Hello everyone, this is Donald the Repentless with episode 5 of It's My Channel and I'll Whine If I Want To. In this episode I'm going to be talking about the series itself and the fact that I want to make a cool intro for it, which is why there isn't an intro right now. The RGIS company profile update and why I haven't recorded that yet, and why I hate government bureaucracy. So sit back and enjoy this episode. As I may have mentioned in the previous episode, I've decided to make this particular series, It's My Channel and I'll Whine If I Want To series, my main blogging series. The thing is, I'd like to have a cool opening for this, an outro for this, but I'm not very good at this kind of thing, and the free websites that do that are generally good, but I'd want something more elaborate than that for the opening for this. And I'd like to make those introductions for the other series that I've made intros for to be more professional looking. Well, they look kind of professional, but I'm not really all that happy with them. But to make it look more like the opening credits of a show. So if somebody can help me with that, or give me examples of resources that are kind of free or cheap online to make those kind of intros and outros, please put them down in the comments below. While I'm at it, I should ask the question, how long in general should I make these episodes of the It's My Channel and I'll Whine If I Want To channel series? I asked because, the last one I did was like 22 minutes long. I don't know if that's too long, if that's too short. If you watch this, please comment and leave a comment giving a suggestion of how long. I mean, is 15 minutes long enough? Is 10 minutes should be the regular, whatever the case may be. I'm fairly new to YouTube, as most of you know, so I'm not entirely sure of the length that things like this should be. So I'm asking everyone to sort of leave in the comments their suggestions and recommendations for how long each episode of this series should be, because I'm shooting it in segments so I can keep track of how long the episode is going to be overall. So like I said, just take a moment and leave a comment about how long a series like this should be. And that was my door closing, the screen door. So another question I have is, should I put cutscenes between the various segments of the episodes? Like, for example, when I go from one topic to the next topic, should there be cutscenes in there? Like I said, I'm just wondering about this because I'm still learning editing. I'm still learning how to put together a program like this, and any helpful tips in general that you have for me would be helpful. I mean, I prefer to have like constructive criticism of what I do, but people are going to say what they're going to say. They're going to say mean things if they want to say mean things. I'm not some sort of special flower that needs protection from mean comments. I'm pretty hard to what's the word I'm looking for? Offend. I tend not to take what people say about me with any kind of seriousness. Okay? I'm still learning the ropes. I'm still getting to the point where I'm comfortable in front of a camera and putting my thoughts out there. Like I said, I've said this several times, this is a learning experience for me. And you just happen to be able to see this progression as it happens, which in the longer term will be one of the things that is interesting about this channel, is you get to see me progress as a YouTube maker, as a content creator. But like I said, any advice you might have for me, any criticism you might have for me, never feel afraid to put it in the comments. I'm not the kind of person who edits people out, who blocks people because I don't like what they say about me. That's my general rule, to let people have their say, no matter what that say is, whether I like that say or not. You don't have to agree with me on everything. You don't have to agree with me on anything. That's the thing about YouTube is, it's supposed to be a place for conversation. And when I don't understand it when people get all butthurt and think they have to either censor the discussion or outright just cut out the conversation altogether by not allowing comments and ratings. It just seems ridiculous to me that if you're going to put your viewpoint out there, and that's what I'm doing, I'm putting my viewpoint out there for everybody to see, even though I don't have an audience right now, and get some kind of feedback on, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, or just mean. I really don't care, It's just the sort of thing where you put out this viewpoint and you want some kind of dialogue, you want some kind of conversation about things, and yet the videos are there, they're, the comments are open, you can say anything you damn well please about me, yet nobody says damn thing. Well, a couple people said something, like the guy who said that maybe I should go out and mow lawns for, to raise money to get my my glasses. Problem with that is, not everybody has a lawnmower just laying around that they can use and push around town and try to get people to let them mow their lawns. And I wouldn't know how much to charge anyways. I mean, even if I charge $20 a lawn, I mean, think about it. It would take quite a while to get the $250 because you have to put in the cost of gas for maintenance, for drinks as you're doing this up. Because when I was a kid, I did mow some lawns as a kid, and one summer I gave myself heat stroke from the activity of mowing a lawn because of the heat and yada yada yada. Anyways, and not only that, in a town like Pocatello, I know a girl. I work with her in RGIS. She for a long time, that's how she supplemented her income during the summer, is by having a lawn mowing business. And she eventually decided that it's not really worth it because of all the overhead of the gas for her truck to take the lawnmower around, the gas for the lawnmower itself, the maintenance of the lawnmower, and the amount of time that has to be put into it to make any money at it. Excuse me. There are big, and besides which, there are several big companies in Pocatello that do lawn mowing services. And probably do it for an economical price, and would probably have all the tools and the equipment to do a far better job than I could do. And since I don't have the lawnmower, what, do I just walk up to random strangers' houses and say, hey, can I use your lawnmower and mow your lawn and charge you $20 for it? No. What kind of person would do that? Okay, I've kind of gone off into another topic that I hadn't meant to talk about in the beginning of the process of filming this. But there you go. Onwards and upwards. In terms of the RGIS profile, I've written a script. I think I worked quite a bit on it, and I'm quite happy with the script overall. The problem is, I fear that just me sitting in front of a camera like I normally do with my videos wouldn't do justice to that kind of profile for a professional company such as RGIS. I would want to be able to film and put out there a more professional looking video than I normally do for such a project. I'm still working on trying to figure out editing and that kind of thing. So, I don't know when I'll be able to get around to this, but I certainly need to learn more about editing and how to put like graphics in the video and that kind of thing. Again, I'm kind of looking for someone who can mentor me on this kind of stuff. And again, I don't know if anybody would be willing to sort of like show me the ropes, as it were. But if someone is willing to, I would greatly appreciate the help in that regards. Again, comment in the comments below if you're someone that would be willing to mentor me and that kind of thing. And yeah, on to the next segment. Like a lot of people, I don't like government bureaucracy. And the reason I'm mentioning this, and yes, I'm going to say this in a video online, I completely spaced recertifying for food stamps, which means I'll have to go down to the office tomorrow and reapply. And yes, I know what you're saying, you lazy bum, you son of a bitch. You don't living up the welfare state. Look, I have a job. I just am not able to work as much as I used to. It's a simple fact. I'm working tomorrow, which may mess up my recording schedule, but I do have a job. And as soon as my teeth are pulled out and I get my dentures, I'm going to be working with both rehab again to try to find a second part-time job to supplement my income. It's not that I don't want to work, it's just that I'm not able to physically work the way that I used to work. I mean, and you might say, well, you work for companies that on the phone. Except for Convergys, which was kind of a fun job to do because, while you're talking to this people you interacted with, your teammates and so forth, and had chances to get off the phone and relax and, that kind of thing. But, when it comes to like calling people on the phone, I don't like calling people on the phone. I do if I have to. But to call people, to bug them to take surveys, and I don't even know if I could get hired back on at Burnett or Mountain West, even if I wanted to get hired back on, which I really have no interest in doing that kind of work. It's not a matter of, well, it's a sedentary job, you can do it. No, mentally, I don't think I could do that job anymore. Or even to be a customer service agent with, Convergys, even if they would hire me back. I mentioned this in another video, I tried working with this janitorial service, Vanguard. I mean, it kind of killed me physically to do this. And I've noticed lately that even walking is becoming something somewhat difficult for me. I'm sort of in this like limbo position where I'm disabled, but I'm not disabled enough to get disability benefits, but I'm not healthy enough to work a full-time job. And even the judge who heard my case seemed to recognize this, but she of course was bound by the laws and had to rule the way that she did. But anyways, I hate government bureaucracy. Having this, because every time it comes up, it seems like it says just yesterday I'd redone the certification or reapplied or whatever it was. Like I said, I just don't like government bureaucracy. And, like I said, the whole disability process and appeals and all that stuff, I didn't like that either because, how do I put this? I'm not someone who does well with paperwork, who does well with, you have to go here to get this, 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 and this, or go here to get this, this, and this, which requires personal interactions on a level that doesn't exactly make me comfortable. And you know, it's the process, and it's the government bureaucracy and the way things are done. I just don't like it, and I have a difficult time with it because of various things. You know, my mental status, my potential of being autistic, and that kind of thing. You know, I guess I have to deal with it, but I'm not good at it. It's like I'm really not good at much things, really, when you get right down to it. I'm fairly intelligent, but most of my life I really didn't give a fuck about anything, really. When I was a child, I wanted to be an archaeologist or a paleontologist. I just didn't have enough drive to really keep up with it. You know, there are things I regret that I didn't do, like learn how to play a musical instrument. Personally, I would have liked to learn bass guitar, but I don't have the money to get a bass guitar and no money to actually learn how to play it, even if I were just playing it for my own amusement, as it were. I don't know what all this has to do with government bureaucracy, but this is kind of a rambling segment of the video, and where I talk about just things. And so, you know, I'm just going to bind the outro with this because I just want to kind of draw this video to a close. This is Don the Repentless with another episode of It's My Channel, and I'll whine if I want to. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it on social media, and subscribe to my channel for more episodes of It's My Life, and I'll whine if I want to. This is Don the Repentless signing off. Be awesome, everyone.